amakubo malungi okusinziira ku event ze twakavuga omwaka guno yana amakubo gasingako bulungi reki nagimaze nagikoze bulungi n'emmotoka eri mu mbeera nnungi nsuubira muliro gwokka kubanga emmotoka nnyingi mu event eno emmotoka 50 emmotoka nnyingi ate nga nina okumalira mu top 10 nga tekitegeeza nina okulinnya omuliro wange asuubire muliro kubanga najjembala nendaba event eyo kati ate nnyinza okuba nze nasinga okuppa obukodyo n'okusinga abavuga ku buli eyayitangawo nali mmulaba kati kyengenda okukola ate kiralamuuko okuluno emmotoka eno abagirabyeko e Masaka yansumbuyemuuko naye kati buli kimu kyonna twakitereezezza eri mu mbeera nnungi era nsuubira bawagizi kubawa muliro gwokka.
Amanya muwanguzi Joshua, Daddy Alba, Daddy Abigail, Motocross Riders. Last time saavuga nga netegereza nga njagala event ayinaye embalala ya Paul. Nalina ebintu byalinkolakolako bingi nnyo bitanzikiza kukola ku participating mu event yeyo. So nentula ne ttiimu yange ngamba no tugende tuvuge Paul. Naye tewaliwo kyamaanyi nti lwaki saavuga because of this and this. Naye neteekera nnyo Paul ne ngamba kanzije nvuge Paul. Tekawo ka performance. Yemu gye tugenda session yemu gye mmanyi gye nali nvuzeeko esigala zonna sizivugangako naye sofa session zinungi zitambula bulungi za speed nakwegendereza wegendereza oyitawo. Susan Muwonge nze bagenda kuba Subaru zina kutambula Subaru ku Subaru era nendaba ikwata Subaru ne Evo Mose. Abawagizi bange mbayita mujje munyumirwe tujja bawa kisingawo tujja bawa kyamusuubira mujje munyumirwe tugenda vuga emmotoka naye musabe kubeereme kutonya emmotoka enyuma nnyo nga si kwankuba kubanga embeera yo side eyo si nnungi enkuba etonya ennyo naye mujje tunyumirwe bwenatuya Friday ndowooza embeera inaabeeterera
ddala laala eno naze nga njetegekedde era nsuubiza abawagizi bange musuubire muliro mwereere kale obudde bukyukagana kati leero enkuba etonye ate enkya eyinza obutatonya sijja gamba nti bugenda kuba bwankuba oba bugenda kuba musana naye nga kyonna kyekiri oba etonye oba gwase nze naze kuwangula laala eya tuwiiru. Era nkubiriza abawagizi bange muve mu kkubo emmotoka mugirabire wala omanyi safety kyekikulu mubeere wala n'amakubo kubanga amakubo malungi nnyo gali very fast. Buli mmotoka egenda kuba edduka emmotoka muzirabire wala naye nga mbasuubiza nti ngenda kulwana ndabe nga ntwala championship y'omwaka guno. Mbalala yantawanyamu saakola bulungi naye Paalo nina okugiwangula mu Tuwiiru. Kasuwa akomyewo dadi wange yakomyewo era musamu ekitiibwa naye katulebeko eno Paalo tugenda kutunkagana tata n'omwana tugenda kuba twegobagana.
Muuka ate embeera bwekyuseemuuko enkuba etonnye egaseereramuuko naye ate abammanyi lowooza mu kaseerezi bammanyi kyentera okubakola kati embeera ekyuse ate kinyongedde maanyi singa gaseereranga bwe gali ate awo nja kubooza n'okwanikanyanike. Kyengenda okujja wano olunaku lwaleero mu Pearl of Africa Uganda Rally oba oli awo sibadde oba siri mwetegefu kuvuganya ku ngula eno naye singa mbawangula ate wandiikanga nti olwo ate engula emba ndaba nga nsobola ogitwala awo nja kukomawo naye waliwo team technical team yesalawo naye nga obaga tuvuge naye nga results zaawano zijja kukola kinene kungula okulabika nti tugirwanira oba tugireka. Obubaka bwange mbusindikira ddala ku bantu abo bendaba mu two-wheel drive nga balimu ku maanyi. Haji waffe waliwo Haji Kavuma Mukalo ne Manisulu abo ndabira ddala nga basajja balimuuko ku mbavu ate bongeddemuuko ku neeteekateeka kati mbagamba nti nzize munkakase we sibadde mwongeddeko oba mukonye bukonyi.
About 3 months ago when we were last here, which we thank God has been ample time for us to, thoroughly check and thoroughly correct, pretty much everything on the car. So, yeah, we are quite confident in the Lord that, the machine is moving well. We got time to test it after it was corrected and rebuilt here and there. and yeah, we feel good.
The recce yesterday, all the 2 rounds as supposed to be. I can say that the stages are fine. They are okay apart from the shakedown no power stage, which is a bit slippery if it rains. Like today it is already slippery, people are there but just dancing. If it doesn't rain also, the same stage is okay. So technical, you have to be disciplined to handle the car because there are so many types. But all in all, the stages are okay. Our fans for Segam 14 Racing and all motorsport fans, and I pray they have fun as they expect it. And I pray they travel well to Mbarara and also travel back home safely until another time.
The strategy for the rally is to keep the car as reliable as possible and safe so that we can finish. It's a long rally, about 3-4 days of rallying. So the key to all this is about consistency and reliability. Concerning the stages are very technical in some areas really fast, and then some areas it's a mixture of everything. So it's testing your skills at all levels. Everyone's skill is going to be tested. Drivers, we have the people who come from Kenya. Some of them are my brothers, and I know them very well, and they help me so much. But of course, it's a competition, and we're in it. But they have superior cars, but nonetheless, we have the experience of our weather and our conditions here. So I think where we'll get at least the advantage is when the rainy conditions come in, because the terrain we have here is unique, and it changes. It has different terrain. So we have the black soil, we have the maram, the brown soil, and we have the rocky soil. So where we have the advantage is in the rainy conditions.
Manya Netobozi Asmani Muhammad, navigator Sodo Rally team. Okutwaliza engudo okutwaliza awamu twebaza abategesi engudo nungi nnyo ate era nti tuli waka engudo ziri manya gaffe kagutalere tubasuubiza buwanguzi bwokka bawagizi baffe.
Finished doing our recce day 2, and the stages are very nice, very fast. That means it's very technical as well. Some of the stages we didn't get them rain yesterday, but it has rained today. So, but we don't know now how they will behave by the time we get there on Friday and Saturday. But all in all, everything has been set up properly. The car is very well prepared, and yeah, we are all set for the event. Last year we did not manage to drive. We all know what happened. We had a very bad accident in the WRC event, so preparation was not there for the car, and it took us a while to do so. But this time we are there. Let's go see what's happening, and we'll enjoy. We have 2 good crews, 3 of them basically. Karan is there, Nikhil is around, someone also is around. They are all good drivers, and their cars are also good, and they are also fighting for the championship. But we go fight ourselves and see whatever happens on the roadside. NRC, we are not yet sure how it will take us, because we have seen that we have less time for preparations this time. Every event is after 2 weeks, so running around and getting parts from M Sport will be a bit tight. So, but let's see as they come in, and then we'll see. We'll work out something. Yes, we do have a lot of pressure to maintain the speeds and to keep the car on the road. But again, it all depends how the road will be, and we pray everything goes well. Yeah. But again, as we proceed to the events, I wish all the fans who are moving, we request them to drive safe to the events. Do not drink and drive. Make sure that you follow all the rules and regulations. It's very important, we've come to have fun, all of us. We need to get back home safe as well. So please take care, and let's go fun. Let's go have fun and enjoy ourselves.
Question on rally cars, a few more cars to be done scrutineering. We are waiting for about 3 ARC cars. They have requested for lead scrutineering. They should be on the way now.
So how is it so far?
Good. So far good. Good preparation. Improving every year. Not bad, it's good. Even the chief scrutineer did a good job. He did his homework. There are few small things, but all the rallies is the same. In ARC cars, I'm just helping them for the local cars to assist them the safety especially.
Amakubo malungi okusinziira ku event zetwakavuga omwaka guno yana amakubo gasingako obulungi olwekki nagimaze nagikoze bulungi n'emmotoka eri mu mbeera nnungi nsuubira muliro gwokka kubanga emmotoka nnyingi mu event eno emmotoka 50 emmotoka nnyingi ate nga nina okumalira mu top 10 nga tekitegeeza lina okulinnya omuliro wange asuubire muliro kubanga najembala nendaba event eyo kati ate nnyinza okuba nze nasinga okuppa obukodyo n'okusinga abavuga ku buli eyayitangawo nali mmulaba kati kyengenda okukola ate kiralamuuko okuluno mmotoka eno abagirabyeko emasaka yansumbuyemuuko naye kati buli kimu kyonna twakitereezezza eri mu mbeera nnungi era nsuubira bawagizi kubawa muliro gwokka.
Amanya muwanguzi Joshua, Daddy Aluba, Daddy Abigail, Motocross Riders. Last time saavuga nga netegereza nga njagala event ayineye mbalala ya PAL. Nalina ebintu byalinkolakolako bingi nnyo bitanzikiza kukola ku participating mu event so nentula ne tiimu yange ngamba no tugende tuvuge PAL. Yes, naye tewaliwo kyamaanyi nti saavuga because of
about the Podium Show every single Monday from 10 p.m. to midnight. We'll preview and review every day of motorsport, local scene, African scene, as well as on the international scene on this 12th day of May 2025. We're hoping that everything has shifted away from the last time we did run this show as usual. Tunawakoze mfano bilongitoro bazatatona tumusaba tusokona binjirira ko tebigore na bachafu obuzibuzibu bela sio tumusabe finished solutions whatever competence mukozi zo tulibyola obuli better the Podium Show Neku 1.1 every single Monday we do preview and review the live in the world of motorsport, and you can as well watch this program or listening when else you can across the entire world using the Familia app. You also can downloading it from your app store and Play Store. You can YouTube, you can Fafa TV. You will be able to stream live this program and also you can across the entire world. That's the show the program in Ireland in Samba, fresh from being in a prestigious and historical events. He met his word, he kept his word, started me waiting and I think it was again Singama no different predictions. Singama defending what predicted. He can easily walk out straight to people about to go. Not saying predictions. Abatuaba mwenna ku Fufa TV n'abatubiza ku 102.1 Fufa FM Sanyu Jerere lwetufisa akadde ntubirako wano nga twogera ku muzannyo gwetusinga okwagala ngaffe gw'omutakaze mpaka okusookera ddala nga bulijjo yatwala omukisa n'okwebaza management ya Fufa Media Services otuwa akakisa kano okubeera ku mpewo zaayo twogera ku muzannyo gwetusinga okwagala ngaffe tweyanza ddala nyongera okukulisaayo baganda wano jaffe abasobola okutambula olugendo oluwanvu olwo ne mujja embalala for the PAL oba Shell V-Power PAL of Africa Uganda Rally 2025 amukulikira eddala abamu manyi bakyali makubo bakyatambula banyumiddwa nnyo ne beebaka nnyo bakyali makubo batambula butambuzi kudda so tubagaliza mutambule bulungi mu abavuddeyo tubakulisaayo ate era nammwe abatasobodde kujja kansubire emikutu egy'enjawulo egya social media gyabawadde ku ebyo babadde bigenda mu maaso mwasubiddwa nnyo ku ground work yabadde y'amaanyi naye rally erina ebintu bibiri byesambula nabyo time and resources bw'oba olina kimu nga tokirina eba toliko comfortable mu events so kyekyo ekibaawo nongera okuwezaweza bonna abafunye essanyu mu weekend eno naye ate era nakukoleramu nammwe abafunye ebizibu mu weekend eno so atwongera mu maaso mukama abagumye abafunye ebizibu ate nammwe abafunye amasanyu abongera essanyu. Okay, yes, happy to be here. Ngawuli Joe, Ngawuli Nokesh.
Reigning ARC champion, Karani Patel, sponsored by KCB Bank. Sodo, ne Asman, ila wakina kusimbula. Yes, omukuleba ayine Godfrey Sodo kandi ayi Asman.
Tubagalira ddala mwena abalina ebitabo tambulidde bulungi twongera okusaba Mukama abagumye abayamba bayise mu mbeera eyo kubanga embeera eyo teba permanent. Mukama yekka yasobola okutujjayo era neyongera okwebaza bonna bakyatuusaako condolences. Tukyali mu morning, tujja kumoningira wiiki bbiri era buli omu n'asaana nanina ku bukutu bwonna bweniko sati ya RR temugikoowa tulina okumoninga baabe musajja waffe oyo yatuleka sadly naye nga mwebale ddala mweyongere okuwagira nnyo omuzannyo guno bonna abagulimu kuba si gwe mwangu oguli awo naye era tugubeeramu nnyo okuwalisa essanyu lyemwagala ennyo era n'ababadde embalala Pole of Africa Rally mukulikireyo ddala kansubire mwenna ababadde bagenza okuwagira badrive bamwe babatuusizzaako mwabadde munoonya abavuddeyo ku buswa abacuba performance twazirabye naye musajja simanyi wakyagala kunsembyayo kubanga ayagala kudifendinga gundi yange yawoba nsonda wali neteekayo naye musanyufu nnyo okubeera
Okay, you talked about on a low note. Last week we left here. We did eulogize Roger Lukari, who did pass on in a motor accident. 12 preparations, 12 question Monday on Tuesday. That is when he was cremated. Maybe how they transpired before him going for a break.
Yeah, I mean, waliwo ebintu byetutategeera bulungi engeri cultures always varies very very different naye nga ceremony yatambula bulungi nnyo in as sad as we were naye nga era omugenzi twalina okumutuusaayo ku final rest ye abatategeera kigambo cremation tekitegeeza bwebufunzefunze kansubira oluganda sijja ddugukyalinga naye okwokya omuntu in other words. So yeah, ceremony yali nnungi twali wali ku Hindu cremation grounds e Lugogo era twalina procession ya rallycars abasobola okujja newawekera omugenzi paka ku cremation grounds. Ceremony yali very very swift ate nga eri very very family oriented kubanga yi culture, it's the Hindu culture naye nga byatambula bulungi. Abaaliyo ne barepresenting the federation ngala nnyo okwebaza president Akena Hiken there. Saidi Kaketo of course naye yaliyo at least nasobola okumulaba ne bonna abalala abaliyo Lila Mayanja Blick Noela Blick Afa Blick Nanette and her family mwebale nnyo mwebale ddala bannange okubeerayo kuyamba to say farewell to a very very great guy. So yeah, it was very very sad naye Katonda yali agerese. So yes, continue to pray for his soul to rest in eternal peace.
Alright, we're first going for a break, then just one his eulogies on Rajiv, and the entire Shiganakoa based on the review of the Pole of Africa, which was upon us from the 9th to the 11th of May, won by the crew of Karan Patel Tausif Khan, on the ARSC, won by the crew of Duncan with Joseph Kamia, on the NRSC, won by the crew of Mansour Vega and Ronald Bukenya in the tool drive, and won by the crew of Musiarasi.
Walter Chibanda
and Duncan
Katumba.
We're going for a short commercial break. What come out? Then Tanikira will review Pole of Africa. Let's get back to the short commercial break.
home?
No, actually, procession yatandikira right from home. Kuba omulambo gwali gumaze okuva ku funeral home guli waka Kololo. So procession yatandikira from Kololo. Then ne bakiira wansi ne bayita Wandegeya, ne bayita ku public service. Ne bayita ku Kampala Road. Of course, buli omu amanyi Crane Chambers mugezi wali asinga okutuula n'okukolera. So procession yayita ku Kampala Road. Ne bakiira all the way down to intersection ya Kampala Road ne Jinja Road. Then ne bambuka ne bagenda ku Wampewo Avenue, era Wampewo Avenue gye basanga the rally drivers abaali bakkiriza okuleeta rally cars abo okutuyamba, joining a procession all the way up to the Hindu crematorium grounds. Era tubebaza nnyo okuba emmoloka ezimu zalina okuba embalala, but these drivers accepted to bring their cars for that. So leading a convoy from there onwards, Nezikira wansi all the way up to Lugogo bypass, then from Lugogo bypass all the way down to the Hindu crematorium opposite Bondi Jedabidi. Yeah, but it was
before you get to from Managru teenage home.
Yes, before you get to Managru teenage home. It was really, really very, very emotional day. To be honest, between all of us, he's very, very close friends. Of course, Tata and Mama of our speech, but it was so heartbreaking. Breaking down. Especially young child away. Anyway, yeah, Aaron.
It was a very sad week. Most on try to take event enene kuzinga amani mu Uganda. We were really faced by that big challenge. For sure, even as our organization got drilled somehow. Olw'ensonga eyo nti twali tuviiriddwako waffe nyini. It's not the same omuntu gomanyi twogera naye nga mwogera all the time, and suddenly naba nti Rajiv Itachalinyo active motorsport. On a single day, one of those days you could call him and he wouldn't miss to pick your call. Mwogera oluusi kyonna ky'oba omugamba n'akikuyambako. So yali muntu mulalamuko kufa abaali bamutegeera. Yes, ayinza okuba alina abalala be yali akola ebirala byatamanyi nga ffe, naye nze kyemmanyi kufa baali bakukwatagana naye yali muntu wanjawulo. Even mu events twabeerangamu, he was always a very jolly man. Abatamumanyi nga akuggyako waya naye ng'ate kwaba mutegeera, always a very simple and very good man. Amawulire gaatugwako ddala kyali kizibu nnyo, era neffe program yalina okugenda maaso. We went back to Masaka, but on Tuesday morning we traveled back by the way. Nalina some work commitments era nakomawo ne Alfred Mutanda yalina okuattendinga the culmination, so netumusiibula bwe tutyo, naye kyali kizibu nnyo. Era ndowooza ku start of the rally we had to drivers had to put on a black ribbon on their cars and the suits to remember their fallen hero of our fellow competitor. We only pray to God, Rajiv omwoyo gwamukulamuze kisa, mwe ne family agigumye mu kaseera kano keeyitamu si kangu for the father, mother ne omukyala n'abaana, naye Mukama waffe Katonda yatuwa ate era yajjawo. So tusabire bwesabizi tukumire okuguma for members aba UMC. Tumanyi nti mwali omuntu ono yali w'amaanyi nnyo mu kirabu yammwe Enoch ne tiimu mwena n'aba UMC. Era was hinted to nti in memory of Rajiv, the Guru Rally is going to be entirely in memory of this gentleman. So tusabe tetusobola kuzzaawo, tusobola kumuzaawo, naye at least tujja kwogera ng'omujjukira mu bintu bino byetukola, and he's not gone, he's always going to be remembered.
They say about the legal practice, no government, judge is going to die. Their judgments live on.
Yeah.
So I want to motorsport Other motorsport, they never die. Why any other sporting discipline? Not
I think
each and every sport. We keep talking about every year. We a time that's a time, that's a date. Well, that's a weekend block where freedom. We keep talking about it. Same thing with credit bridge.
Riaz Kuji died May 2nd. Rajiv dies May 3rd. May 29th. So, yeah, so we always remember him. He was part of us. It is a family, motorsport family. The way we have always been remembering the lost about to the Kumaso motorsport. Rajiv will always be remembered in this family.
Just to for the motorsport fraternity, something that I'm trying to put together in memory of our fallen brother. I'll be reaching out to a couple of competitors. Please, and we work together so that we can be able to put this small memory, that we can be able to share as a fraternity, in order to be able to, eulogize him. So I'll be reaching out to a couple of competitors.
Okay, may the Almighty God grant the deceased eternal rest in peace, comfort the family, friends, and the entire motorsport fraternity, as well as the entire country. The impact that family has a huge impact on Uganda's economy and everything. But we can only pray to God that He does grant give eternal rest in peace. Okay, from that sad news, even there was even that they did observe a minute of silence in remembrance of Rajiv. Okay, and from that into the real review of the Pearl of Africa Uganda 2025. The event was graced by the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Thomas Taebwa. Yaliyo the ceremonial start wali ku Lakeview Hotel in Mbara, as well as neku prize giving. Namulabiyewo kozofe twatwala notuukawo from the service of that transport okuja esanga okuleeta mu Lakeview. Yali amaze had met the first competitors abaaliwo bafuna chance for us twatuukawavaawo. Then of course he left, but police asotuwa ku Thomas Taebwa twekiyayogera ku ceremonial start, then tuteekumo to building logo.
When I go back, because it will be a fixture on my calendar, but also see a way of encouraging more ladies to participate in the sport. We would want to see more female drivers coming in. Susan Mwonge goes into retirement, comes back. We want to see another Mwonge who will be a fixture on the local scene on our calendar. So I can promise more government support, because it is our strategy now as a government, invest more and more in sport. We've gone beyond football. Everyone knew we are just looking at football. We are putting more in golf. We are putting more now in motorsport. We are going to put more in all other sports so that we become a country of sports. Because we have all it takes to be a country of sports. But motorsport is very unique. I think we shall need to have a dialogue, because I think most of these people have so much talent, but the cost of running it is extremely high. And you find that those who are even more talented don't have the money, the ones who don't have the money, they are struggling around. I think I was watching, was it last night? There's one I was watching who was saying I would have done better, but my sponsors betrayed me at the last minute. I've not prepared very well. There was some gentleman I saw, and I picked an interest in him. You're the one? Oh, yeah, that's a gentleman. Yes. So it touched me deeply. Find you put in all your effort, but then at the last minute the sponsorship doesn't come through and all that. So I've promised from here, I promised Mr. President that Haji Gombe will lead the group, we meet and we discuss. I'll also arrange for you a meeting with the Minister of Sports, the First Lady. I won't arrange for you a meeting. From here I will talk to her. I arrange for you a meeting after this rally. Maybe we can present the champions to him and the drivers at her, so that she understands the sport very well. Because the moment decision makers don't understand the sport, it will just remain within you, you struggle within your own means. But the moment we understand and appreciate it, then we shall be able to invest in more. I wish you all the best, and I promised privately now participate. Privately, I'd be interested in a ready driver for next year. For just within my private businesses, I promise to sponsor a ready driver. If you have been, in Sudan is still in, I'll jump ship with her. Okay? But that will be for my private businesses. Yes, I sell some tomatoes somewhere. I have some little business of selling tomatoes, peanuts. Okay? So I make some little profit. I would be able to partner with one of the ladies to support. I'm interested in that. Those very many words. Let the action begin. Yeah, let's focus on the action. We want to see some dust, we want to hear the sounds. That's what we've come for. If tomorrow we are in the budget.
Alright, we have the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Thomas Taiwa, during the ceremonial start or flag off of the prestigious event. A lot of Nali President may Maka records. Now I don't have you believe so. Mupasi yo mwana na hija ko twala entry so nyine but I think a very encouraging speech from the speaker. One of those speak out for me is first for starters, of gracing the event. I mean, that's a huge plus for the sport. Yeah. Two, promising to Yagamanti, sometimes the interviews now you must have people who make decisions who cannot be for you, and he's right there. Then of course promising more sport. Yagamanti government, one of the we're going to prioritizing in the coming financial years is sport. Because they have seen how it can harness. Then supporting the women. Yagamba, yes, I didn't see him in the course of I was in competition, but Yagamba, again, I think it's going to be his first time. Around stages.
We need the corporate world into our sport. This incentive for the corporate world okubanga nabo bali arising and what kind of sport is that let us speaker to be part of them together. So we need them and we need more. Next time the state commander wakagu etsanga Marco Buja, the man himself anagesinga naja alave tujibudde mutata Amos Kaguta ne tusabe tomako Buja, the main man Kagu atuka stage ya dada mwe tujikutuma kwa tujitumie Kagu Amos tujitumie YMK ni mtu so we need these people to come around. Sports yafeyetaga fun ya which we don't love, we don't have right now. Those tunaba tuyongera tujja kwogera okusolvinga ebimukwebyo ebizibu tulina na sponsorships eyongere, and the more the sponsorships the more the competition. Nze ndaba rally egenze ekyuka sports olwokuba mulimu kasente ako akazze olaba olaba changes nyingi olaba competition erina ogulu bulungi olaba nti ebintu byeyongera n'omuntu tasobola kukola kintu olwokuba afugayo kaseera asobola okukikola and that really improves the competition. So I think corporate world tujetaaga having the speaker to grace our ceremonial start was a big blessing, and we should take gundi eyo initiative yo tugende tweyongere maaso waba atwongere ebiddako.
Yeah, and the of course everything what the speaker said was very catchy. Naye he said yeah, and I don't know straight right because I was on interview. You remember, I think even driver identified himself back because I was behind it because the type of see. Those who are even talented, they don't have the money. So now promising to support Nagamba next season is I think again I'll jump in a ship with the women driver. From his other sources of money, I got some tomatoes, some supporting on and so it's a very good step, and the platform is right open.
Yes, absolutely. Ndagala kutangazamu abatulaba n'abatuliriza nti bw'omulaba ku event eziri outside Africa, bw'omulaba ku event eziri mu Europe, especially the WRCC and the European Rally Scene, motorsports events are graced by the topest politicians in office.
Yes.
Just across the border on the WRC Safari Rally, event really flagged off by the president of the country.
Yes.
Ekikulaga the magnitude of motorsports. Nti motorsports muzalio munene nnyo era buli worldwide. So okubeera ne deputy speaker of parliament nga gwesenze event yaffe is something that is absolutely major. Egulawo enzigi nnyingi era eragwagamu into the corporate world and into more of our leaders world to recognize nti motorsports has a very, very big impact on not only our communities in Kampala, but also where the rally goes at Ingaji to our day. Atena nature that motorsports etambula mu nsi yonna tikati twaba day mbalala tugenda kujinja, you know, tujagenda keggulu, you know. So the sport is spread wide. Era deputy speaker okujja na gracing the biggest event that we have in this country. Era kinene nnyo. Asuubiza bingi era champion, two-time national rally champion, Susan Mwonde, oyinza okubawo he's trying to back FIA president. One of his objectives for women in motorsports, for diversity and inclusion. What I actually knew in his mandate, you know, when he came as FIA president 4 years ago. So tibili nyo kulaba ne deputy speaker recognizing ate ilanda baloko bazaba abachala bali mu Uganda bakulu mu Gwamani, as you know, abali mu motorsports bali na blood drive bakola every event. Era bandi bumulaba teje ya blood drive, people donating more musai kuba our sport is quite very dangerous. Ate we donating more musai tuba tukola kirungi nnyo okuyamba abantu abali mu in need
of that blood.
So keep on donating. Nayenga deputy speaker a good deal, quite a very, very good window, you know, to have more corporates get into the world, but just understanding what motorsports is about, and hopefully from there we can get more corporates, sponsor a whole championship. That comes with very many big benefits. You know?
Yeah, it does, and but again, it's a huge task for those in sport leadership or administration. You wouldn't, such a person wouldn't really like to associate himself with a federation that has always in the papers for the wrong reason. Like in the recent past, motorsport has been making headlines for the wrong reason. So try again. It's two-way. You must organize yourself internally and administratively.
Yes.
We must conform with it. He is a member of parliament and was president when they are passing the National Sports Act. With the act, we are yet to align ourselves into that direction. Sometimes in the but again, it's yourself one kind of deterring yourself from things happening. He's a decision maker, but again, we are okay. You want support. Government can't increase your funding without you fully complaining.
Yeah, absolutely. Ate kirungi nnyo highlight okuba naye yakyogeddeko ensonga ya organization nkulu nnyo kuba oba weetaaga a leader that is going to push through what you need to achieve on the base nga bwogambye decision makers where they are, which is in parliament. Njaku example ya football in Uganda, laba leadership ya FUFA kyekoze with Magogo being at the head of that leadership okusindika to push through what football needs in this country ne watu sizo omuzanyo gwa football in this country. So kintu kikulu nnyo era nkiwagirira ddala era njagala okweyongera okukuutiza our leaders in motorsports. Let us try to align omuzanyo munene nnyo era nakyogerako last Monday issue yayita era njagala nkiddemu. Right now currently in Africa, Uganda gye batunuulidde in terms of motorsports. Faba talina that passion, faba lina entries kati ezisuuka mu 30 part of Africa. Deputy clerk of Laposa just to how many entries they got. It was amazing. 53 players. That was amazing. So one of the biggest stakeholders of the sport has this much passion and they are willing to be there, you know. Our leaders need to wake up.
Yeah.
Deputy Speaker mwenyini achibagambye, you need stronger leadership to have better representation at the decision making level. We need to follow FUFA's example. To setting an example era tulina okugezaako okugoberera kyeyatusetingira to making sure nti mu decision makers tulina aba advocating for motorsports on a bigger platform.
I think Aaron, at the launch of the Power of Africa, which was still watching, when President was making this presentation, Yagamba, one of the appeal tasks the Baina and Chivaino fulfilling again now.
There's no running away from it. There is no way running. You can't run away from the facts. When tujja kwekema akayumba tuloze nti akayumba tebasobola kakoona kajjawo naye ffe tulina okwewaayo tusomye akayumba kaffe tukamenyewo tugende mu line entuufu gye twagala tugendemu, then everything can fall in place. Nebitudde okwebuzaabuza simanya ate tukyali mu bino tugweta amakoona kino kiri n'obudde tetukyalina budde. Twekwasanga statutory instruments nazo zakola ki? Zafuluma. Kati
one of the Kasaba tegera speaker agenda kuti kuli afa tegeke motoka buli agamba
muvugamo ng'ani avaayo gati ogovaayo oliovayo kwambaza speaker helmet n'omusipinga bulungi.
Deputy Speaker leo akamuingiza bifu.
But he flagged off the more current paternity tax card. It was a very, very good occasion. I mean,
yes.
For sports to be this one of the biggest side experience in my view. Even the running of the right itself, it's a plus. But having such a person in the country of Punjab, all the way from yes, not sparing enough time.
Absolutely.
Not just about those encouraging ones, and it's. We must harness from all this. It shouldn't just end there. Yeah, I talked about him having a meeting with the FM leadership. Talked about Hajamid Gombo. Let's engage after the rally and this is how best we can bolster this sport. Because I was in competition about them from service. Okujo katinga okuita ku akagate. That na Greek farm. I do not see my stage ya Mohanj. The late. Named after him. You could see an influx of people's cars around parking on the roadside. Either side, of course, the traffic slightly disturbed because of the market side, but it was a moment of people as well, and they are having a huge impact into the community or into the region. Or they are calling right, we're going for a short commercial break. We will come out. We talk about various sort of time. That was a ceremonial start. We had scrutineering where 51 cars did pass. Also, the Guanga by scrutineering, then getting to actual running. The organization of this rally is a bit unique. First with 3 stages, so we're going to home carga, which was a very good carry kawo mako. So we're going to drive transport over
51 kilometers.
Yeah, we don't quite the second stage of Kabuta Kwakagate, from Gara to where that stage is around
57.
57. That's one of from Mbara Jangwano ka Sanga or Akomukaga, Kafulume, Gata Kotras of Mwam, get a stage Yakabuta, then come into service and do the super special stage. Whereas the back, I then question for even the sort of in terms of stage times, where the two drift category was pretty and entirely dominated by the crew of
Muchuba.
That short commercial break is Podium Show like every single Monday from 10 p.m. to midnight. We preview and review in the world of motorsport. The question on this 12th of May 2020. 5 night Samani end of the break. Polling. Prior to that break, we talked about the ceremonial start being graced by the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Thomas Taiwa. Let's get into the action itself.
Lebotiti. Honorable Titi.
Deputy CSA is a good for us.
The event had 53 entries.
Yeah. Good turn up,
yeah,
for sure.
Very good. The expression of interest alone, that 53 entries. We had 4 foreign crews. 3 from Kenya, 1 from Ethiopia. Karan Patel, Tafsif Khan, Nicholas Ashania, Deep Patel, then Samanvora, Scott Driven, Medista, who's been here before. Then we had an Ethiopian crew, by the way, Stefano Baredi, driven by our very own Sankatelega in a Toyota FX. Unfortunately, the crew just saw the Kuranga.
Yongera kino yawanvu
mwamutisiza twagenze bazokuba balabye omucuba ne bagamba
emoke yali bayamaze gikola bayitako mu testing oli yakola namba mu Ethiopia basi every testing unfortunately moka they went off and hit the bank moka ne sigara also so yeah, event I think things are not really good. I think we have finished the engine. But for starters, you know, highlight of the event.
Highlight of the event, Nikhil Sachani was my highlight of the event. Abantu abali waka abatula bana batuuza bomba temumanyi ono omuvuzi ali mu luzungu kye bayita paraplegic. Ekyo kitegeeza talina use
ya part downwards.
Ebigere bye tebikola kuba yalina accident unfortunately eyamuparalyzing nga west down. So kitegeeza emmoloka eyo gye mulaba Ford Fiesta Rally 3 agivugisa mikulu. Throttle, brake, ne gear. So for me, honestly, Nikhil Sachanya, mad respect, bro. Mad respect. If you ever the highlight here, watching Nikhil Sachanya drive, big highlight for me.
Highlight of the event?
Sija kuangukana nnyo. By the way, naliko na Kenya, amanya Rwanda for waditwali mu competition naye nendo ya safu na chance bulungi ku interacting na waditwali mu competition naye ne safu na chance kuno atendo za nafunye a bigger chance with him nenda bane how things go with him. Nento akone mmotoka munda kubanga nalibone najitabanga ulabi wa bali nga manyi ni kill yoyo nenchirekawo ne kuno nafunye chance n'okufukako mmotoka neningiza namu. Really ngawe manyi the task and everything that goes on into that rally car inside the cockpit. Bwe chikubaganya monti omwami ono akosa mikono everything. Lawo ngonade njogera naye muganti handbrake siba teka mugiye tujawo ate nganda babingi. Era Chevin Sergeant was putting up a very good performance. Ngaji yataddewo ku nakuolwo. Surely I cannot miss him being one of the highlights of the event. Then ndoza n'omuntu omulala gwe nyinza okwogerako ku luno. Muganda wange Mansuru Vega ng'ali n'omucuba erinnya eryo ku lwe yebadde awo. Dominance yaabwe mu tour drive yabadde out of this world. I really need to see them again in a rally endala trouble basobola me trouble bateyabadde
bakuwadde kiwansi bemeza bagaza ne batujja ku mukutu walinga balafaananyi ebirungi ebya scrutineering
omanyi waliwo ekimu ekijja nali ku FF ya stage ya Kaguta on the first run when it was done the first time Friday. Awe namanyira nti musajja nayinza okuba agenda afuuka ekizibu mulaale eno yonna agenda ekizibu yajjanga akubya abantu abamu balinye mu dakiika n'ekintu abakeera nnyo nga tataddewo banjiri nnene nesobola ngamba ku kirumira ali mmeka ku kirumira nga nazo nnyingi neŋŋamba anaakubikako ono mamucuba yaze n'obuti bungi oba akati yakasudde wansi wa mutto oba wano wansi yakasudde awo naye nga performance really yabadde njawufu nnyo era ndowooza for the sponsor wa Excel Lubs wa Caltex Happiness ginalabye nga after awards twajukira mweno event yawa emotoka 2 sponsorship ya Ponsiano Lwakataka ne crew ya Mansur Rubega ne Ronald Bukenya teyaviridde mwawo yabadde n'essanyu limala nti emotoka emu kwezi zalina zasobodde okuteekawo performance ennungi.
Right, so man of the event is dominating the food category. Yeah, let's get into the event. Of course, producer really got very scrutineering that's still in, where doing everything. Drivers, yeah, are really they by now what it embeds for them to compete in such an event. Hand segments, overall suits, socks, everything. So our father, those are to watch a duka.
Temela unaweza kumbuzania mpaka socks zenza zikuwa
ile kama hauta nozi asika wala kule mje wasiga zebyayo kali bwali wadde nga nkwadde oyeseko njagala bintu byange kali nawe oya bisigaziza obasabi wadde bino bijja but really very transit never managed to can they sorted the issue but then again they set up the rally. What was it on that 6 kilometer stage? Because okay, before the 6 kilometer stage, where they shut down the qualifier. The qualifier first, then they shut down for the nationals. Trying the Yassin, okay, there's a free practice. Then you had the qualifier, which Karan won by the one. Then they shut down itself. But why one of the reasons that's why we didn't, because shut down on the locals, there were 9 crews. Exactly. They doesn't want to drive car. We shut down. You're just starting. Sabo Kola and as a crop actually me. But nationals we shut down. Sudan Monge, Mike Mukula, I think John Costa as well in that queue in there. But tell them okay in this in what to Nonyachi because the same stage Yakolanga shakedown or the same stage Yakolanga qualify. What the difference was in kilometers. They shut down at 6.11. The qualifier was 6.11. The shakedown was 4.77. So one of the reasons that's why I opted not to do it was because to a market to go to the then I said we're gonna come game in the middle of Saturday. Then I because it's the last stage of the rally, the power stage. Number Carol times out to finish because it is actually me. Then I didn't start and I'm going to walk around because two drive had 12 cars in this event. So about which is an area which will be okay. Milk up again a corner okay, but it should be stage. But you're talking about ship on the qualifiers, well? Yeah, well, they ran at the same time. There was some bit of delay in the actual running of it. That is why the ceremony started somewhat delayed.
Yeah, it was quite interesting. Chester Tegeramwa was the Aaron Aja in representation of his clerk of course and the whole team. Maybe Ajakutangaza Muko the variations are stage zali variations in here. ngawo Kenya wagambye free practice ne qualifier yali 6.1 kilometers then shakedown ate nebeera 4.2 kilometers then the actual running of the stage nebeera 6.11 kilometers then newabeerawo ne super special stage that was I think 2 point something or 3 point something
2.2 ne 2.3 2.2 ne 2.23 ne 2.27
yes exactly kati izo variations enya uze nalabanga it was a little bit confusing ate nawulira nako nti during I think either it was during the free practice some crews actually had a bit of trouble getting through you know the 6.1
kilometers
so maybe elanga bengabe error na hizo kutua ko what their ideology and their thinking was behind having those 4 different variations of the stage from my personal experience, Ndabanga, it was a little bit more work, you know, the team JBT Kako to have all those variations rather than if they would have had
a single
in one variation. But other than that, stage is quite technical. Unfortunately, Safuna chance a very physically na ye thanks to the one and only Rob Styles. Nalikuli live ku Hapa Sports YouTube. Banana subscribe guys, subscribe. It was quite interesting. It was quite wet. Ate when the rally is wet, especially in that stage, the makeup on texture of the soil yaninamuka black soil,
meaning
it was quite slippery.
Sleepy.
Waliwo ne kode limuli na uliranga wa driver wakaaba ati waliwo gundi chairman wa kaswa byabadde
atugamba
simanyi tulaba time mubiti yali amanyi bajja tuka wali bayinza okudrone strategy it was quite nice abajivugamu to get to feel the cars kuba iranga bwe nabakutira last time kiba very good to have that opportunity okuvuga muno wala moloka yo wetuuse kuba abali mu the very very ardent supporters of motorsports muti bayite moloka za lwalo omutezigwa munaye mukanikane mukanika paka the last stage, you know. So yeah, I found it quite interesting.
Yeah, then Aaron, what was Chichemano when you stage getting moving to this, let me see, shakedown, qualifier, free practice at the same time as a stage itself in Rukari, then the power stage, because the power stage was JMU. What was only the challenge took out the naming.
The naming and the distance maybe.
I think Rukari was
the same. The qualifier.
No, with the power stage.
Yeah, okay, yes.
So my stage it was like a buffet.
Buffet? Dessert. Those are a change your to anticipate yali ya shakedown. Obutabawa the full length of the stage jagena kuddamu okola emirundi emirala esatu the next day. Twatusazeewo tukale nti ku shakedown tujikole nga nyimpiko kyekimu ne practice ne qualifier tujitadde nga inakuba ku 4.62 I think, yes. Tuleme kugenda the whole length of 6.11 kilometers gundi yali nti ku shakedown tuleme bawa byonna oba ne qualifier hati baleme kubanga bavuga ekintu kyekimu emirundi gyonna. So on the day of the rally proper ku machanga bakiira mu Robert Lukali balime olene ka challenge akalasemba yaka 1.2 kilometers additionally ku rally yafe so kitwageza kukola then for the circuit was sprint twalaba nti olwokuba ku byonna qualifier shakedown Lukali bagenda vuga single car ndibanti we had a very big debate on whether to run a circuit as a single car or a double car, because we didn't have fulfillment, the barrier between 2 meters make up between the two lanes between. So we tried so much to achieving separation between trucks 10 meters apart. Yes, to Chivina. Well, then why don't we do a two car track, a double track circuit, whereby abantu bonna abadde used to have a single car almost the same shakedown, but every into a change ku circuit. And I think that circuit over Lukali manager, assistant COC Lukali Omwami George Semakula, he did that very well, and yakweza kukolabanga byonna bitambula bulungi with all the challenges yafuna abantu twafunanga bangi naye twageza kulaba katadde ekintu ekyo bulungi. nawudde ku Kenya ayogera ku kya transport ekyo kyali kakodyo kali kawo map bate kabanyumira nnyo kabajjamu empewo kubanga mwagenda kutuuka mu Kaguta wano nga empewo evuddemu nowanda mwateekako obudde obulungi ennyo kalukaali
emmotoka eriko Caltex babalina okuwagira badriver waffe bannange babalina omwebalindala naye Kenya yagenda okumpitako nga akuba nyuma.
So the point here, that's where I was. That first turn.
Start downhill is turn hairpin. Left.
And volley that setting out and see
Negwa.
Duncan Yao, the Korean, Yavanaka, and for the more going to
try to go be
the way the power now. Township to be
mugamba tukola kimulale eno
nakomone mugundi mu wati zali mu free practice nakomone mu qualifier nenda munakola ekintu kyekimu out of that mutani
mwali muka kalikanga kabaka bank wekati
so we are taking nyindo ngo yakikola mu first mu practice we are them na yakikola so nendo nya pate we yamukubira naye ngamupate in seconds the qualifier ninga pate na batandise wano but that was just Kantambi but finally that's the shakedown for the nationals. In fact it's the crew in a chance the shakedown. So shakedown we have I did talk to some drivers, Mustafa Mukasa and Dr. Hajoma Mayandi, crew for the Zoom event with us on the Kumarako. But I know some cruises are called shakedown in Amabuza. How does it feel? Yeah, what's the worry? It will be a
masavu
kati fikaja mu stage ku Saturday and Friday
ngakatebyemu ngakakuba kana
ne yomuka again tujite mu issue because tiyalina element ya roughness just go through it was a very technical stage, very tight stage. I mean
into zokka muyimba buyimbi
yagao baka recording kamuzanyire buzanyiza bana zira banga zinzomu suka kulo into recording lega muzanyire ari mugodi muita ko yakawuya wazali it was you went to accept it was very
yes natambula koza ma very good ardent walker. It is my best form of exercise. Natambula kilomita 4
into that stage
eracho yogera ko nachagala nengamba mutima bwangi kasubidwa naye bajja kanyumirwa
I back to stage ya warming up before you got into the what was run as the super special. Before what the super special what of na chance because osanga was mwalimu
jumps
mwalimu good gadisha
magama zi deep
kenzogo katnega ate njoba dogo kujamu
eno yonna yono mwando gogamba
naye aweri I think that was the second pass free practice one naye awo naona wona walonye naye gutwatandika stage I think it's about adrenaline levels be always one to start asanga basemwana nenga ogwendo owa akatandika bodo ola bajolaga kati nga you just craving to reach at that point ni yasini wa isawo osolo genda wasigade unaona
abalungi
utwaba awo tugenda so utafuma stage paka 7:12 because I came up times I cruise and I think I came close 7:26 number continuing 14 seconds in 7 kilometers back we covered
tuamalinize awononga anonya prediction ya
by better winning that stage, the qualifying and setting the pace. Yeah. I think it was a worry for other crews having up for an scene because he's been here before. And made that time as much as expected.
Yeah, era nawe tumumanyi wonna ensizo nazo agenzeemu contesting at that Africa Rally Championship ndiye muntu wa action atandikirawo kalinda sabagamba qualifying or free practice era ajita mulungi najja qualifying and you make sure he's always setting the fastest time era tukirabye for all these years zabadde mu champion the last 2 years era n'embalala twakirabye, and I think it's always a very very good strategy nti bw'ojja n'olaga intention yo right from the get go competition ebaawo, you make them shake in their boots ate kyobwonoonya, you know, so Never, it's a very, very good thing, and it's a very good mind game also. It gives the team a confidence, they shaking your competition, you know, so very, very good thing for my game.
Maybe I'm clarifying because Yasin, Yari current set quite was Sodo after the qualify in start order on Friday. Sodo, Mukula, Sachania,
Bora,
Karan, then Yasin. So just stage.
Anti qualifier Africa, but batano kati bebalonda bokka. Batano bebalonda bokka. Then the rest just mugenda nga mukozechi according to the cars and everything. Katukuba abantu bonna Kalani yaliwanigula stage nalonda start number 5. Vora nalonda nga number 2 nalonda kustandika number 4. Kalani ya mugoba and the rest chose one Sodo nagaze kandi gule temutya akola yali assembly okola obuli kwa bonna, and the only remaining number kwa babalonda abatano yali 1 ngalina option ayina kutwala 1 kali era chola bali the Yasin teyalonda kubanga teyaqualifying teyavuga qualifier by the way. Yes, so teya participate atochola kumanya yaligwawa, that's why yakasigaddewo mba ARC ne bamuwa. They had an issue and they tried to sort it out, and by the time Bamali sorting out nga qualify wedde, so najja nakola shake down. Yes, yajja mu shake down nakola mu shake down ali mu qualify ali mu shake down. Yes,
we didn't get it clearly. Start the gate of Furuma
ngali wa mukaga. Yes,
then waba mukaga is tashabanga yawangu the shake the qualifier. Karana kubanga muri maso karana because normally wants to be
Kalani ojo mugenderere alonda nga nnyo 5 basing on mwenna baliwo bamuli bameka tayagala nnyo kugulawo kkuba eryo gwenda mu maaso awo. Last count, yes,
last count
for ARCs.
I'd who were supporting backing what I was saying. That's when Namugambo was disputing. Last year,
National Championship. It's true. Yes, sir.
That's a fact.
Yes, sir. Karan.
Yes.
Alternative transport.
Of course, that stage,
Karan by 8 seconds.
Kati tawsifu yewunya nyo uli try tukoze
obuliwa Katusha.
Kati pages lasoka the first
in a true story.
Bewa asaba maka yare asazama bibye
ataka mu bibye
kwa simo kuwa na stage yadako
yajiwangula
kama they on that stage.
Yes,
that was on the stage babali yabo esigane zonna
nga achuza no singa alipeninga kuzo
nga utadde mu rumu olweggulu is that power mukasa award it was time for them ni olweggulu nano yenda linsuza wasikozo ojo nemazi jam saka no kozi jam mwa kulekede jasho yo oye let's go in fashion tuweza mkopo the one ndio yasho kubanga itambula but very very good market investment. So when mukaga when stages ebiri and then come on service now mukasawe. Yeah, it was a very good one. I think it's one of the
rally is a mind game. Twamanya nti twazuusa kilometers 5 mu 7 okuva ku Lakeview Hotel mutuuke ku Kakagate. Mind yamwe ba blown out by the concrete of the road. So tugamba tubajjako ko wano mu 28 ne bakola yoko kalukali 6 kilometers feeling eyo nejja tajja kufiiringa naye nga kilomita tezakyuka munnange zemwavu era zaali zezimu naye temwazifiiringa
transport omuwanvu I think it is 30 kilometers 31 or so okole ziri ebbiri zinazo transport wazo omulungi transport yabadde akujja ku Kaguta akuleta ku akolekao yabadde on 1.9 kilometers yabadde mumpi nnyo. All right, we're going for a short commercial break. We'll come out, then we pick it up from there. Alright, so we'll be back from that short commercial break. It's the podium into our last segment of today's show. We'll be back every single Monday from 10 p.m. to midnight, where we preview and review in the world of motorsport, so local scene, African scene, as well as on the international scene. Kari, I think we're done with the shakedown and the qualifier, which won by Patel. Friday is when the action did begin, like the speaker said, rightly said. Now that the action begin, we're flagging off a motorcade. NRC cards, of course, together with that order, Sodo and the rest, Mike, Nikhil, and Voran and Karan, then finally, as in last on the road. First on the road on the NRC, but I think as per the standings, you had Ponciano Wakataka, Gude Kubo, that was in there as well. Unfortunate for Ponciano, Moka have no issues. But the actual Balibagara ARC, Boba Tandikira Okwelaga Conte, I think, like you rightly said, Vora and Karan are going to battle out themselves in this event, and that is what exactly happened until Vora got court issues on Saturday in the Kaguta stage. In the Kaguta stage, unfortunately, that's when he surrendered the rally by 45 seconds, 54 seconds after. Then I think 31 stages of Muhanji, the first stage on Saturday. Then he so bad, but I really doubt if Karan had chances of Okunonya time way. Plus. But you take on the ARCs on Friday, approaches on Friday, Vorak going out. Karan was wrong about in the waiting game, but Bampton Commission appears as it was.
Yeah, true. Mubutufu chakwata by surprise. Kuba mwenda yoku show ya for Monday. Oh, by the way, kwa YouTube. So if you want to review it on that Monday, you can just go on Fufa channel on YouTube. So go kuita mzona shows zibera the podium. There's this angakoko, so you can always review these shows. No way we kuiga ebi happening on motorsports. So I was quite shocked Friday morning. From my stage, so Lukainga Vora akubye KP 7 seconds. Charlie chance is quite a shock. Why normally KP Mumanyanga to Mogedeko right away from qualifying. His intentions are very clear. You know, he's come to drive. Era batandikira wo. Na yokuzuka kumachia. Nga Vora iya so seo nengamba happen already did up. So I was really looking so much forward to the Kamuta stage. That was SS2. Unfortunately, the Mukabuta. Namongera. Hey, bitamusi. Wawe nali. Numanyi njagala nyo kulaba. Sisi tena kulaba nyo rally. When I say kulaba rally in 2017. When I wasn't in the cockpit and official. So I was so amped up. Atenze ngeri genda rally nonya akafo nsobolo okubeera nzekka because nkoya news analysis.
Noliza. Yeah, shifty, breaking points.
Era we nali sobola okulaba Kaguta
ngolabane Muhanji ngokankolekao. Yes,
so we ampichitakawo awo mu Kaguta nendaba they were almost seem like it was equal. Unfortunately ate we twalaba time but there's quite a big difference.
Yes,
moreover nengamba okay maybe 23 kilometers maybe KP has an issue or something nayenga omwana Vora
yali muzimu
tugenda okuyimirira nkolekaawo nali nyimiridde Katonda wa Isirayiri awo nalabira ati Vora aze kuvuga. He is so precise. 50 meters braking, no sliding in the turns. Turn, power out, brake, turn,
power,
exit. We have Gina. Kept we again Okuja. He's more of swing it. Whatever, like Aja, 50, almost the same breaking point. Nenga, his approach in the corner is very
wide.
He's very wide. Initially, approaches okuvuga R5. Normally they tell you basinia the best way to drive an R5 is try to use the brakes less and shift the weight of the car. So basically, when I approach your KP, the approach your Vora, that is where the biggest difference was. Until KP was trying to drive the car more naturally, but Vora was a lot more precise. When you from the first hairpin after the chicane to the next hairpin right and the next hairpin left. KP lost about 8 seconds there. One hairpin left before they go towards the last kilometer to the flying finish.
Yes.
He had a half speed. It is seconds. I think he beat him by about either 10 or 12 seconds or something. Seconds is at that point. So honestly, that first day one, that first section of the rally of Friday, Yankwata almost by surprise. I was shocked, but again not so shocked. Why? When at Safari, I had an opportunity of monitoring the whole WRC to competitors, including KP and Vora and Jeremiah and Tundor as well. When Nalawa times Vora's area set is before all of those guys got issues. Nagamba, because we were setting times that were within 10 seconds of KP. KP to Mumanyi, when it comes to already my friend, 30 seconds plus, you know, so I was quite shocked and again also shocked, you know, so Wingambi and ARC
but again, based on what you Kara's had most, there's no driver on the African continent who has had more seat time in another 5.
True.
Never mind, okay, you choose from the Ford to the Skoda. Yes, but he's had more seat time, and that's one of the issues Gomez were talking about in 2023, 2022 when they were vying for the championship. Yeah, this guy has had more seat time with me. Of course, Karane had different COVID. Yes. Well, that's when he reunited with Tausif Khan. First ride they did was in Tanzania, but Voraze he's not had that much seat time. With I think basing on statistics, this was his 9th rally. Yes, true. His 9th rally ever since we have finished seat time. But it's a long time for Karan. The number of events he's done, and huge surprise that he could post such times. Absolutely. Karan, who has been dominating, Karan has won this event twice in a row. 2023 and 2024, very dominant. 22 years just won it outrightly. In the Ivoton Joseph Kami. But yet the Navaco stage Achivu. So Nadam Sparare and Nadam recovery. Gomez was on Achivu them. Now, and finally now I'm going to ARC. So I think the elementary system Yajamoko, but even Vora he's proving to be a very good driver.
And the Chendoza, I think Vora sit time a year Jafunye Motokeno is through training. Today. Actually, rumors Jakaka such to Fuchara Deone I've had before coming to Uganda. I had like a 2 weeks training in UK before coming to Uganda. So Muntungo Yabada time a wait ya training. Gabakulagane where to handle and everything about that car about different person altogether. Motoke Chola anti Yabade Muntu Muzibu Nyonyo. Nechidala omwana oyo kuba we yajja ina kyateka Kenya eyo nga si kibi okitegeera era ng'erinnya eryo oliwulira Vora naye we put it so much emphasis on him kubanga waliwo batunda abatekawo obudde obunene ebiki nola naye nga he was always there ng'olaba alina byakola so bw'aba azze natekawo obudde ng'obwo ddala commitment yali ya waggulu nnyo nze nalowooza nange in my thinking kasoka muliyo ka stage nga batiro yakawa ku jazz amkuya akasoka endala agenda mwawula anamwawula nti ajja kumwawula twalinda okwawula nze nali mu stage ey'okubiri yakaguta eno okujja bannanga sajja kamwongedde ate kamwongedde eziwera
14.28
nga kamutamu omuntu so
at his maximum. I would like to think so because one of the strategies Zemanyi from KP, Jogela Nyone, co-driver with Osif were quite close friends. Their strategy is always going to a rally and maximize whatever performance they have. Kuwa Ichirala Chemanyiko from a year of co-driving, the 4-time record-breaking national champion Just Mangat. The more you drive the R5, the more you commit to driving the R5, the better you're going to get. So see yawe moroka jogamba
nti
najimazeyo bangi najiwa 50%. Buli wotula mu moroka eyo eba yetaga nojiwa 85% upwards. So I am 110% sure that Karan Yajang Idamani is going to be doing his best. Na ye again chenafunako mukubuza because I had some conversations with their chief engineer. Nangamanti, they had been struggling with a boost issue, especially the whole of Friday. Nga imoroka afuna boost na damuna. So it was a driver to chukua that
confidence
and confidence, you know, going through the stages. Era botunulira Friday minus Ankole Cow. The gap between Rukari and Kabuta was within less than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Omuntu chosobola okugamba nti okay, yeah, it's less than 30 seconds, so there is still a fighting spirit regardless of KP might be having an issue. Nayate wetwagenda and he dropped more time in the SSS. Because at the end of the day, actually before SSS, Ankole Cow got more time.
Yeah.
Then the SSS not dropping up a good day. Total at the end of the day being 54.2 seconds. That was quite a very, very big margin, you know. So for me, as someone who follows intently, stage time by stage time, seeing how current Patel Babanda the last two Africa Rally Championships won, even the closest one in 2023, Zambia awarded to Kida. I think in recent memory, that was one of the most competitive races we've had in a while. You know, so Chevola Bangament, it was quite surprising. I had to investigate more. Finding out that KP was not battling a boost issue. So I think KP at his best, ngemotoka ekola bulungi kiba kizibu nnyo okumaliriza level 1 ng'omukuba almost a minute. Yeah, so I do believe heartfully nga tugyemu ensonga y'okwekwasa oba if or not, I do believe they were driving with an issue on Friday.
So I have a conclusion now. When judges are making without taking anything away from Bora, rally is about competition. And, maximizing out of other people's mistakes, mechanical issues and everything, and he made the most out of it. Because Gogamati Ononya kept you with this time. Of course, qualifier it was no brainer. Current one. Coming to these stages, and you see the guy trying to push, and now Swat the one with that margin. Well, it's a huge task for Karan. Indeed, in my view, it was going to be very,
it was.
Though I was in competition, but I was in the mountain in those times. Because every stage, transport, very interested. Because I think Nara Karan ran for his money. I didn't say not to see if I had any out there.
Friday, a two-wheel drive gap, they muscle like 10 minutes.
That is Saturday. That is Saturday. I'm going to go to the Karan in Massa. It's about you have a Mazda down.
For us, that was what I shared with Tausif this rally. Is so not Tausif, this time. I answered his first spent. We won't get into the section times. We'll definitely get back next week. Go to table stage times and but talking points about soon the ARC was the ARC 2 which had which had 2 cars in Soda and Mukula. And that part I was also very, very much interested in. After of course I can't okay, maybe you can't push both Karan and Vora. Maybe you would settle for third. Group N. Yes. And that is Mukula and Sodo. Unfortunately,
which he was doing it pretty okay.
Yeah, he was doing it. But the battle between Mukula and Sodo, the Ivo-10 versus the N14. Very interesting battle, unfortunately. Mukula Sodo, but both of them, on the fact that and so is getting more and more accustomed to that.
Joker, yes.
I think first of all getting good last year. As they at a performance Mukula as well, he's had the 14 for some time. But I think it's like I said last we tried to call on Twitter more interest. It's not been Mukula's year so far.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
not being.
Barra had issues in the first year, Mama. Masaka, Baina issues, Azemopal. I was asking about the same number. Let's just hope it's a better event than because young members have not really had a chance to push this car. Now when they're keep pushing. This event gives me a chance, very tight stages. Next year we will find a chance at Motoka. I'll make the most out of it, but unfortunately that didn't happen.
So your take generally who Mike Mukula Jr.
I think he has only been let down by the car. There's that Mike Mukula I'm looking for, or an entry of Royal B. Sindaba mulabamo 14. Sindaba mulabamo. Omukulu yagenda event namanti agenda kuvuga CRC naye wavira amaja kuba leading event. Sindaba mulabamo mu manya mu 12 mu 14 eno. Nga tugenze ku ARC2 nga webadde kirungi kati bebalaze contention y'okugenda all the way tudda Rwanda. I'm very sure mukulu Aine Sodo are willing to go all the way, so we are going down to Rwanda nga already 2 Ugandans vying for that position ya ARC2, meaning akabox window tulino kategekana kati kakawera ddala bulungi wanga tuve Rwanda tulumba Burundi
by the way
it's an East African affair basically tuve Rwanda tusale tugende Burundi tuve Burundi tusale tude Tanzania. I was going to be very happy if Mami Nyerere had come down
because he had
I'd put in the entries. And then Hamza.
So Nina, I don't know. I have a very strange feeling we shall see Hamza. I have a very, very strong feeling.
Same here.
I have a very big feeling. I have a very big feeling. You know, the Rwandese roads and the Rwandese terrain work very well with
the car that can give you top.
Exactly, that can give you top end. You know, I think that was 2023 when he drove in Rwanda. Yeah, take-out performance was quite good because he finished on the podium. You know, tuizo muitanga participate. Why in 2023 ali participate in Rwanda? Which that was
nemo 22 avuga the R3.
Yes.
23 na avuga the Evo 10 previously owned by Tundu. But of course Bajiramo Evo 10 being the championship is because if you look at the standings, of course Sodo is there, but he still have more events to go. So if he comes and puts up a very good personally Bamwa championship Amzanya mwaka guni gwa wangula.
Was it 2 events, right?
Yes. I think Burundi. That's when he started Rwanda, Nakola Zambia.
Yes.
Then Amzatene na picking it out in then he went and won the championship. So I think it's not yet done. ARC actually very, very open. And the only bit about the group ends until also one championships in Bidi. You can win the ARC itself and your category.
Yes,
same thing with Nikhil, the RC3, winning the RC3 and the overall.
just when Karan bo balina chimu kyokka you have to win the RC. And I think it's also Kuvora one. I think he would want, but we would really want to go all out for it because KP yafunye points. Yasin by the article putting up points on board.
Right now currently leading by 13 points. I think he has 63. No, 13. Off Vora. No, Vora. Kuba Yasin is leading with 63. Sami Vora is second with 50. And then Tundo is third, I think, with 50.
Actually, Tundo is second with 50.
Oh, Tundo is second with 50.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
So Vora is third.
Vora is third.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Vora is
interesting.
Vora in America. Vora, I know.
Must be around 35 or 36.
36.
36 actually, yes.
36.
Why he was leading Yasin by 1 point.
Yes.
Coming into this
event. There's a safari.
Yes, there's a safari. Then KP I think comes in fourth with 35.
Because they have a DNF.
Yes, and then full maximum points plus power stage.
There's a power stage. Tundo matched out if you can. Tundo yet. I think
Tundo yet.
So it's Vora and Karan.
Yeah, it's Vora, Karan, Yasin, and who knows any other party spoiler who might show up somewhere around along the way. By the way, mufunze mukimanyi nti waliyo ne ARC ya Rally 4. Rally 4 being two kakati nze mbadde ngamba twafunye sponsor Mukaltix netufuna omucuba eyaleese tebamanyide na mu top 10 yalondetuwegaz top 10 bagamba liko bawafunye bina
10th overall. First two drive.
So Oloza registration ya ARC tekyali open.
The guy is ineligible today. Tesobola kuvaana tufera tetukongratulatize a crew of Duncan Mubiru ne Joseph Kamya.
Yes.
Kamya is getting accustomed to winning. Okuwangula Palo Africa national version. Then tukongratulating a crew ya Mansuru Vega ne Ronald Bukenya okuwangula Tour Drive Championship. Tesobola kukola kuyoza crew y'omwami Kibanda Walter ne Duncan Katumba okuwangula championship ya CRC
category.
Obwo nyinyi sinza kuvaayo nga sebaziza tiimu yakoze omulimu omulungi nnyo eyawuma luza titwafunye kizibu na budde anywhere sinza kutayogera kuwuma n'abamemba abakubyo abakikunye ababaddeyo nga mukubyo
Basti abadde ku FF ya stage ya
Sankolekao so sinza mwakoze obulungi obutagambika okulaba nga tetwafunye disturbances n'obudde bonna okukozesa crew ey'abasiyosi bange bonna obafonna ffenna tiimu yabadde y'amaanyi nnyo wataddewo performance entuufu ennyo katusabe the powers that be batwongere obuyinza
stage times because we definitely get back next week. Back stage times is ARC. Tujakwanga top 3 I think. Not because we are in those top 3 stage times. I'm not being selfish, but okay, we're a little bit top 4. ARC, 2 drive, CRC.
Yes.
And then RC as well. But I saw you. I saw you. I didn't see in a stage, but I saw you. Wakabona bulabye. Wabadde wakabinya ate RC Africa naye ezemu bugumu. Osani achivudde mu event eyo. We try to restart Kyaganye. Sebuguza asembedde Duncan as well.
Ate omuntu omuzibu ennyo mu championship ya NRC. Musa Segabo. He has maintained the podium finishes almost
third in the championship now.
Tataze waggulu oluza.
Leading the championship. Very interesting.
Kano kiyavuddeko ponsel kiyavuddewo. Segabo n'afuna obubonero bwa third overall.
Yes.
Ayinza okubazeewo.
Why?
nirindako kubanga abaddeerawo all events Mbarara Masaka
na wakimanyi nti show ya next Monday igenda nyuma bannange mulabe show
nabanshali kwebyo driver yaze mucha lwaleero nga wakuna muki ayina kati mukistandings okusogerera kati yakulembedde championship
ate ko driver we
omanyi naye yakulembedde naye abamugoba omugoba bbera kanokia 33 but that's all we've had for you guys. You definitely get back next week to Asian Coast Stage Times. Weekend, you know, you have the WRC.
Yes, Portugal.
Portugal, Vodafone Rally, the Portugal.
Guanajuato.
Ate oyagala
Mexico
muganda
Portugal
then it's upon us, so definitely I think next week's show we have a lot. First time the rally itself, then to come on the wrestling in so banga a time nenga do that, so we don't have a repeat of what Toyota did in Spain. 1 2 3 4 accident just a
nkola predictions zanga tene zitukirira abala basho ya Monday you my witness
na the predictions za Monday
obadde kinaabo Portugal Hyundai tubalina
1 2 3
kaka
1 and 3 yes ga
1 and 3 asema musiga new okushinga Tanak is winning Kale is second Fomo is third.
Tozo alikuwa na shot gamba.
Champion omujeko.
Olugamba takwenda nasi.
Champion omujeko.
Yasin nagamba factors held constant. Yasin Duncan Kosian.
Kyabadesha.
Duncan Yasin. Factors remaining constant. Factors reserve the constant. CRC nagamba Bebeto Walter nesaba ne audio na bile ku podium. Walter because Bebeto unfortunately obuvune bwa mutu so Walter na wangu
okusatu
ndoza ani abadde okusatu yabadde audio
the two drive
nagamba because of consistency Ibrahim Lubega Mansun Lubega Edward Chirungu
kyabadde kita
Mansun Lubega
so on a scale of 10
8.5 out of 10
on a scale of 10
I know munana
next week I want to panelists bala kwale bale msongo ya utobi
tokiriza tugulira